last day. Sad. But we're going to Hollywood Studios now. We didn't go for rope drop because we have past 1:20 and we need a bit more sleep because we got back quite late yesterday. So we are just gonna go and get the last Hollywood Studios. And then later on we're gonna go to Animal Kingdom. But that is all for now. What is the time now? Yeah, so it's 9 o'clock. Also, Ben was saying about one of his top tips for coming to Disney World, and that is basically, it is a top tip. It's a really good idea if you're going to be going on water rides, or even if you're not. The weather here is so torrential when it does rain. Even if it rains for 10 minutes, you get soaked through, and if you don't want everything in your bag to be getting soaked, then it's worth having at least like one waterproof bag with you, whether that's a rucksack or anything else. Just, it's a good idea. Also, Disney has the cutest security dogs. You see them everywhere, and they're all different. Oh, you're really cute, but you're not allowed to pet them. It says do not pet. Which is taking all my courage and will not to do that. Because I really want to stroke him. We're in Hollywood Studios for the last time, but we got to do fast passes first, haven't we? Also, while I think of it, this is random, but I think got bitten quite a lot of Blizzard Beach, didn't we? We sort of noticed after we left that suddenly like both of us had about 3 bites, and we're thinking, how is that? It must have been Blizzard Beach. So it might be worth, in between going in like the water, just trying to apply bug spray as much as possible, because you get bitten like a fair amount. I think it's probably because all the foliage and stuff. Also, the other thing that's worth mentioning is at Fort Wilderness they actually have like lotion, like bug spray lotion by the bus stops, which obviously sort of indicates that they do have an issue there with bugs. So if you're someone that is prone to getting bitten and you don't want to, or you are going to stay at Fort Wilderness, it might be just worth bearing in mind. Fort Wilderness, I feel, because it's obviously in the campgrounds and, you know, loads of trees and stuff, it does, I think, have a big problem with bugs. So just so you know. It's Tower of Terror time! We did Tower of Terror! We walked straight on with a fast pass, and there's a 90-minute wait, so it was really worth having that. I love that ride so much, absolutely love it. If I can, I'll insert our photo. Because every time Ben laughs at me, because I'm just like smiling and everyone else is screaming. But yeah, we're about to go on, what's it called? Rock and roller coaster.
I just want mine up, this is the only way you can see.
Just went on Rock and Roller Coaster. You like that one? It's a really good one, isn't it? Do you think? I like Tower of Terror. Out of those two, I think one of those two is the best one. Don't you? Huh? We got a Stinky Dog fast pass as well, but we've got a little bit of time before that, so we're just going to get something in Starbucks. I always think with Rock and Roller Coaster, it makes my eyes also, every time my eyes, because it's so fast, I always come up, my eyes are like streaming. But no, we really like it, it's good. Those two are probably our favourite in the park. It's been to a very busy Starbucks. I got the very, what's this, like the biggest one they have, which is absolutely huge. That's the size of my hand, that's the size of the drink. Yeah, very hibiscus drink. That's a double chocolate chip frappuccino thing. That's a medium size, so put those together. Sorry, that's a medium, there's a large between this, and then that's the biggest one, so you can see the size difference. And then I got a M&M's brownie thing, and then got a chocolate chip cookie. How's it taste? Nice? This is good too. It's nice. How's your cookie? How's it compared to other Disney cookies? It's not as good, but it's still good. It's really thick. This is a brownie. It's got some sort of like ganache stuff on top of it. It's really nice, isn't it? Brownie's really good. Same. The 2 drinks and the 2 snacks, it cost us $20, which I think it wasn't that bad for in the Disney park, and actually they're really nice. It's Buzz Lightyear. There he is. Just heading into Toy Story Land now. It never stops being amazing, like the detail that's gone into this, does it? And we're about to go on that guy there. We managed to get a fast pass for Slinky Dog, so we're gonna go on it now. I'm gonna lose my ears in a minute.
Here we go!
Here we go! Oh, Galaxy's on! Galaxy's on! Right, so we did Slinky Dog. That was super fun, wasn't it? It is really fun, but I'm not sure it warrants the queue time. Like, it's just that it's new. We're gonna go to Animal Kingdom now. So, bye bye to Hollywood Studios for now. Bye bye Hollywood Studios. You've been good to us. We had a really good morning actually because we had all the good fast passes. We've actually had a really good morning of like just getting. We walked straight onto all of the ones we went on. So Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Slinky Dog. We walked straight onto because we had fast passes. So it's so worth it if you can get them. Yeah. So now we're gonna hand over to Animal Kingdom, and I've just snagged a fast pass for Everest. So that we've got that in an hour or so. So yeah. Anything else to add? Had a good time.
We also have 3 of the...
Yeah, so we still have 3 of the multi-experience ones. I can't remember which thing from, but we do.
Alright, have a good day.
Bye. So we've got them to use this afternoon
We basically
as well.
it was through luck really, though. We tried to move our...
Yeah, so basically we had a flight of... How do you get out of here? Anywhere? Yeah, out there. We had a flight of passage fast pass. We weren't able to use it, so we said to one of the cast members, like, what do we do? Because we're not going to be able to use the flight of passage fast pass, and obviously they're so hard to get. And we thought they might be able to move it, considering we already had one. And they said, well, no, we can't move it. So you'll just have to miss it. But in replacement, we'll give you 3 just multi-experience ones. So obviously you can't use them on Avatar. So we did lose the Avatar one, but. Oh, how would you get out of here? Do we want the buses? Does it back around here? Yeah. So obviously we lost the Avatar ones, but we got 3 for anything else instead. So we decided to use them in Animal Kingdom. We like Animal Kingdom a lot, and actually I feel like we haven't done that much of Animal Kingdom recently, have we?
Yeah.
We haven't been to Animal Kingdom in ages.
Yeah.
Since before we went to Universal, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been in it for ages, and we do like Animal Kingdom a lot. And I also want to do like the jungle treks today, so I haven't told you this, but they've got like walkthroughs. As in you can go, there's something called the Maharaja jungle trek. You walk through and see the animals, like gorillas and stuff. So we'll do that as well. It's a good place to just, it's got like extra things to do other than the rides, so we're going to do that as well. So yeah, and that'll be our last park. Because we're also going there tomorrow morning. So yeah, we're gonna head over there now, just get a bus, and off we go. So as you know, as you leave each of the parks, they have these boards which have a, you just find wherever you're trying to go, so whether that's a resort or a park, and it gives you the number of where the bus will stop for that wherever you're going, resort or park. So you need to look at that, otherwise you're not going to know which bus stop, because there are about 40, loads of love bugs. There are, my face. There are about 40 or so bus stops, so you do need to look at which stop the bus is going to be on, and they're literally just by the stops. You see these are all the bus stops, and there's one of the boards right there. So just find wherever you're going, and it will tell you which stop you need to go to. So like on this one, we're going to Animal Kingdom. So there it's saying Animal Kingdom stop 30, gate 34. So we're going to go to 34. And also it's worth mentioning, you cannot get, hold on, you cannot get transport from resort to resort on the buses. So you could not go from Animal Kingdom Lodge to Polynesian or whatever on a bus. You cannot do that. You can only go from a resort to a park and then to a resort. From the parks you can go anywhere. You can go to a resort or another park. And Disney Springs, you can only go from Disney Springs to resorts. You can't go to parks. And also from the parks, if you then want to go to Disney Springs, they only do buses after 4 PM to Disney Springs from the parks. Just, you know, to mention, because that is quite frustrating sometimes. For example, if you have a dining reservation, you can't go. Obviously, if you have a dining reservation at like 7 AM in the morning, you would either have to get an Uber, which is what we've been doing because it's just way more convenient, or you have to go into a park and then come out to go to another resort. So yeah, that's just worth mentioning. But also the buses only start an hour before park opening, so if you have a really early reservation, you're going to have to get an Uber anyway, because, or a taxi, because the buses aren't running that early. So just for informational purposes. We're at Animal Kingdom. We love this park, it's one of our favourite parks. We haven't been there for ages. And Ben's likes to play his little fairground games again. To play any of these games, you have to go and buy tokens from this place here next to Whacker, whatever it's called, Whacker, I don't even know what that is. Whack the, whatever that dinosaur thing is. There's a little kiosk there you buy tokens from, and it's $5 for 1 game, or it's $10 for 2 games plus 1 bonus, and it goes up in increments of 5. So Ben's just going to play this basketball one. Show them the token. Your little tokens look like that. Come on then.
Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Unlucky.
Thanks for playing, guys.
You've given up now,
Yes! Yes, I have! Of course I have! After we're fucking doing it again! You see Epcot over there? was incredible. But whilst we were queuing up, I've just been refreshing. Since we used up those 3 fast passes from Hollywood Studios, so refreshing, try and get like Navi River or Flight of Passage. I managed to get Navi River, so I was really pleased with that. And just as we were getting on that ride, I got Flight of Passage on, so I was super happy. Satu'li Canteen for some lunch. Ben got the all beef hot dog and dough thing as a kids meal with vegetable crisps and grapes, and it came with a fountain drink if you wanted it. And I got the chili tofu bowl, kids again, with rice and beans and a Powerade, which is an assorted drink that you could also have. And it came to I think about $16. Flight of Passage, fast. Flight of Passage, fast.
Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, riding on the back of a banshee by being genetically matched and linked to an avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Over a generation ago, this enormous company called the RDA created a lot of damage to the area through their bad mining practices and conflicts with the Navi. Just like on Earth, it can take decades for ecosystems to recover. One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Now, let's find you your avatar matches.
I'm not gonna get a match. No, I won't. No, Gabby. It says empty. Oh, what? It was just no matching.
All right, you've all been matched with avatars.
Cool.
Ooh, looks like they're ready for you in the next room. When the door opens, please go inside, all the way in, and stand over the same number that you're standing over.
Yeah, it's really expensive what it does. We saw these in the outlet the other day for $20, so this is $60 and the outlet is $20. Come on.
It's like if anyone can fix it,
Do you enjoy that? Yeah, we just went on Flight of Passage again, and there's honestly nothing like it. I can't describe it. It's a simulation, and you sit on the back of a banshee thing, which is like sort of like a motorbike thing, which they strap you in, which they seal you into. But it's not even worth trying to justify it with a description because you can't describe it. It's just absolutely incredible, and there's nothing like it. Yeah, I mean, look at the whole. Hang on, the whole thing. I mean, look at that. You can't, like the pictures don't do it justice. You kind of have to see it, don't you? Pictures don't do it justice. Absolutely incredible.
Fly high, the breeze. You're welcome to fill your sails and shake your trees. So what can I say except you're welcome? For the islands are full from the sea. There's no need to pray, it's okay. You're welcome. I guess it's just my way of being me. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the glass, the drown. Oh, that was now we just messing around. I killed a deal, I buried its guts. Sprouted a tree, you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What does it take away? Don't mess with Maui when he's on the breakaway. I'm the tapestry here in my skin. If I'm not for the victories, I win. Look where I've been, I make everything happen. Look at that taking your mama. Look at that.
This one is going nuts.
I gotta go. Hey, today, say you're welcome. 'Cause I'm gonna leave that boat. I'm sailing away, you're welcome. 'Cause now we can remove the boat. You're welcome. And thank you.
Right, so it's a lot later. Not gonna lie, just completely forgot to vlog for like the last 5 hours. We went on Everest about 5 times, which was really fun because we just kept picking up fast passes. And then we moved on to Disney Springs to have dinner. I had a Blaze pizza. I've saved half of it. I saved half of it to take back. Ben didn't want any. Anyway, now we're in Disney, World Disney, which is why I'm doing this. And it's probably the biggest Disney shop I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know where to start, but anyway, yeah, so we're here now. I've got this drink, I've got him Blaze pizza. This is like the blood orange thing that is one of the fountain drinks. It's really nice actually, really, really nice. They're nice, Ben. Stop calling it greedy mouse. Right, can somebody please tell me it's not just me that feels completely and utterly overwhelmed with World Disney? I don't even know where to start looking. Like I'm not even going to get anything because I actually don't even know what to look at. Like, it feels totally overwhelmed. There's too much stuff in here. There's some kids here absolutely loving Stitch, just spitting water at them, absolutely soaked. Not sure that's what I'd like to do in my time, stand under Stitch getting spat at. So I just went to Ghirardelli's. I got this sundae called Land's End. I think it's like brownie, cream, hot fudge. Basically everything you can imagine in a sundae. And it's just absolutely massive. So big. And tastes like heaven. Do you want to try? $16. Yeah, it was also $16. No, Bash has just got in. We're back at Animal Kingdom Lodge now. Ben got really hungry. So we're just going to stop at the quick service for him to get some food. And yeah, verdict on the Ghirardelli sundae. If you want the Ghirardelli ice cream, it's really good. But the thing is, I got it to have sort of the brownie, and actually the amount of brownie in it was very, very small compared to how massive the actual thing was. Sort of cream and ice cream. So it was good. Honestly, for $16, probably wouldn't get that again at least. I might get a milkshake or something next time. But no regrets and all that. So yeah, but I've still got half my Blaze pizza to eat as well. Looking forward to that. But anyway, we've got to get back and pack our case as well because we're going to do extra magic hours in the morning at Animal Kingdom. And we've got a flight passage, fast pass. So we've got to get our birds packed now so that we're ready in the morning because I think we're getting the Tragical Express at like 11 something. So we'll have a look when we get back. Just at the quick service, Ben had the burger and fries. Was it nice? It was good. I think it was, how much was it? About $12, $13 or something? Something like that. Yeah, about $12, $13. It was a bacon cheese burger thing. So yeah, we've also had our marching orders. We've yeah, got our marching orders, which is just really sad. Telling us we have to go. And our bus is at 11:40 tomorrow, so yeah, we're not looking forward to leaving, but I'm sure we'll be back at some stage, won't we? And we're also looking forward to going on to our next destination, aren't we? So yeah, I'm now going to finish my pizza. Ben's nearly finished his dinner, and then we'll be going back to the room and packing, won't we? And Ben wants to go for a swim as well. I thought I'd just show the washing place here. So you come in and there's this little machine thing on the wall. So basically you insert your card, swipe it, and it goes through. So and it makes you select either a washer or dryer. You pick the number of the washer you want, and then it makes you go to the washer, which is through here. And these ones down here are all washers. You select the same one as the number you picked on the screen. So like I did 4. You put your stuff in and you select a thing on there, and then it basically just takes about 34 minutes or whatever it says. These are all the dryers, so it's the same process. If you want to dry your clothes, you go back and do that. It's $3 for each of them, and you can wait around here if you want to. They've got a TV to watch stuff on. There's detergent in that little vending machine there, and it's $1 for one. So yeah, personally I think that's, I mean it's pretty standard if that's what you're gonna if you just want to do one, but I think if you're gonna do a few, you're better off just going to Target or somewhere and just getting kind of a small bag instead for like $4. Because those washers hold actually quite a lot of clothes, so we actually used a couple of pods per wash, because these washers are like industrial washers. They're like really quite a lot of space in there, so yeah, that's kind of the deal. Vlog last night, but yeah, I was just in washing and then we went to bed and that was it. So it's travel day. We're going to Extra Magic House this morning at Animal Kingdom. Extra Magic House this morning at Animal Kingdom. We're a bit late, it's 7:45 because I was trying to do the remainder of the packing. I don't know how we're going to fit everything into these suitcases, honestly. It's like we're going to have to basically take quite a lot in hand luggage, otherwise it's not going to fit. Yeah, mistakes were made. Otherwise it's not going to fit. I'm not being funny, but have you even used the US though? If you like don't have problems fitting all your stuff in the case, because also most of the space is taken up in my case by those bags, those Michael Kors bags. Anyway, that is a job for later. For now, I'm gonna make the most of the last time we've got here. So we're gonna go to Animal Kingdom. We've got 5 passage fast pass at 9:30, which is really good. That's a good one to go out on, isn't it? And then come back and get the Magical Express. So we're in Animal Kingdom. Just for informational purposes. Today, I don't know if it'll be the same every other day, but it probably will be. If you're doing extra magic hours, they don't signpost at all where you're supposed to go. So when you get through the gates where you've scanned in your ticket and everything, you go to the left-hand side. The left-hand side. The left-hand side if you are staying at Disney Hotel and are going for extra magic hours. The right-hand side is only for people who aren't and are just waiting to get in at normal hours, okay? Because we didn't know that. And they don't signpost it. So just FYI. Left-hand side, and everyone has gone to Flight Passage. Flight Passage wait I think is already, it's 8:15. At 9 minutes past 8, Flight Passage line was 75 minutes, so it's just not worth it. And I think Everest is 5 minutes, so honestly, I mean if you're desperate, do it. If not, don't. It's not worth it.
Finish with that.
Just went to Pongu Pongu and got a night blossom. I had one of these before, but fancied another one before I left. It's basically apple and pear like slushy with passion fruit boba balls in the top. Ben inhaled these, so be careful because they do go up the straw really fast. It's nice. It's quite sickly by the time you get halfway through. Right. So when we got to Extra Magic Hours at about 8:10, and when we got there I checked on the app and there was a 75-minute wait for Flight Passage, so we didn't do that. We just went straight to Everest because there was only a 5-minute wait. So we went on Everest twice, once with a 5-minute wait and once with probably a 10-minute wait. And then we went over to Pandora and got a last night blossom, and then we went on Flight Passage because that's what we had the fast pass for. And then we left, so we said goodbye to Animal Kingdom. We had a really good time there, and Flight of Passage was just as incredible as it is always. So yeah, definitely worth getting a fast pass if you can. That goes without saying. And yeah, we've just got back to the room and literally knelt on the cases to get them shut. And we've had to take quite a few bits in our hand luggage, like they are full as well, the hand luggage. But yeah, we've got about, what's the time now?
10 to 11.
So we've got about 50 minutes before our Magical Express comes to get us. So we're just gonna grab something to eat quickly, go to the toilet and stuff, and then go up and wait for the Magical Express. So that kind of concludes our time at Disney. So we're finally here in the room. We did our, so just to start from the beginning, we obviously got the Magical Express. With the Magical Express, you need to be there. It says on the time they collect you, they give you your little like marching orders, and on there it tells you the time that they will collect you, and it says be there 15 minutes before. Be there 15 minutes before, okay? Because we ended up on the way to like go to the Magical Express, we lost our piece of paper that has that you have to give to the driver to say you're getting on it, and that you have to have that to get on the Magical Express. So we had to go to reception and get them to print a new one. Their systems had gone down and weren't working and stuff, and it was being really slow, so in the end she had to write it out. And Ben had gone out to meet the like Magical Express people, like just to wait there in case they came with the bags, and the lady was like, I'd stayed to get the new thing printed, and she was writing it out, and Ben came running in saying like, we need to go, and the woman had just finished. So I was saying, oh sorry, their like systems went down and stuff, and he was like, oh she's saying we need to leave. We went out and got on the bus, but basically what had happened was the woman had turned up maybe like 5 minutes early, and when they will just leave you, like if you're not there, like they will just go. Like she was not very happy about the fact that we weren't there, even though it was still 5 minutes before the time we were meant to be there, like that was on there. So my point of the story is just make sure you are there 15 minutes before, so you don't have that scenario, because they don't wait. So yeah, that was that. Other than that, the Magical Express was really good. It was really quick. It didn't take long to get back to the airport. Obviously you will have other pickups from wherever you're staying, because there's other people they pick up as well. And then you get to the airport, it's just a case of like doing the reverse when you arrive, so go back up to level 3, and it's pretty well signposted where the check-in desks are and like where you need to go for whatever airline you're flying with. So we did that, and security was really quick. It was actually fine. It wasn't very busy at all, to be honest. And then we went straight down to where, because you have to get shuttles to like the different gates, we went straight down to like where our gate was, and got some food. We flew with Delta, and it was really good actually. We really liked it. We were at the gate quite early, so they started boarding really quite early, didn't they? Like maybe over an hour before the flight departed. They were like starting people boarding, and that was fine. We got on the plane. Delta have like back of the headrests like screens, so that you had films, even though it was only, our flight was 2 hours to Cancun, and it was only, you know, it was 2 hours, and we still had films and everything, as what you'd have on any other flight, like long haul flight, which is really good, which is just unheard of in the UK. Like you don't get that on short haul flights. You got like complimentary drink and snack, even though it was only like, for us it was only a 2 hour flight, which we just thought was really good, didn't we? And the flight seemed to go really quickly, so that was all good. I mean, there was a problem with the people sitting next to us. Like they turned up like they were like the last people on the airplane, and they were sort of saying like, they were looking at our row and saying to the flight attendant, you know, like either they or they are sitting in our seats, like pointing at us, and then the people the other side. And then they got up there, they didn't have their boarding passes, and they got up their details, like the flight, what do you call them, hostess person got up the details. She was like, no, one of you is sitting that side of the aisle and the other one's sitting that side. They're like, no, that's wrong. Like, anyway, they were kicking off about it big time. Eventually they just sat there and were complaining, but sat there. So yeah, that was annoying, but it was fine. And yeah, we left. It did take about 2 hours to get here. Also, those love bugs that I kept saying were really annoying. There was loads of people were like like the amount of children I saw screaming and crying and like getting really overly emotional about them. They are annoying. They're bugs. They're annoying, but they don't bite. They don't harm you. They're not going to do anything to you. All they do is land on you. That's all they do, and you just flick them off. Like, they're not going to do anything. It's not worth crying over, okay? Just so if anyone is unaware, they do not bite, they do not harm you, they just land on you. Okay?